Welcome back, everybody, to some space engineering. Ooh, that ain't a good idea. You're not so stable, you and I. So today, I had to do a bit of mining with good old Chip to stockpile some resources. So we ran out of gold, ran out of cobalt, and we're just finishing up, I believe, the last gravity generator component. So, did I dock him back up? I did. We have 8. We should have 12. Are there other ones floating about somewhere? Gravity. 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 Ooh. Did I cancel some? I might need to queue up a few more. But anyway, today I want to get our little collector system going for molars so we can start using him. Yeah, it looks like I did. Oh, there's one left to be there. So that means we need 2 more, I think, and that should give us 12. So 3 plus the one that's still trying to be made. Him, but he's waiting on the cobalt. So that should give us 12, I think. Alright, what do I have on me? I have some steel plates. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is get some tubes. And we're going to use a collector as well. And then we'll need the gravity generators in a little bit. So we'll figure out how we want to do those in a moment. Alright, so this is going to be our loading bay, kind of where he is. And we'd also have Crown Molar or whatever other ship down here. So we're going to want to come down a fair bit. So let's go ahead and do that. And I would eventually, or actually, maybe sooner rather than later, turn this guy into a ship so we can start like repositioning him if we need to. That's probably plenty low enough and could very well be too low. But let's give ourselves more room than less room. Okay. I think... Okay, let's just get rid of those. And let's put them over here instead. So let's get this bar all set up for everything we need. So I think we're going to need some conveyors, some tubes, some curvy tubes, collector. I think we need a connector. And then we need our gravity generators. So we're going to have 1 regular, 1 spherical. And I believe that's it. Okay, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. So, I want the gravity generator to be pretty much as close to the collector as possible. Alright, dog, you need to lie down. Get comfortable. Good boy, lie down. Digging at it is not going to make it any better. Well, it might a bit. Okay, take your time. Alright, yeah, I want it to be as close as possible. Now, a crude way is just put, like, bury the gravity generator. We could put collectors all around it. That could work. I'm going to try something a bit different. I hope it works out. So, oh yeah, I need interior plates, please. So we're going to try to offset the gravity a little bit. You must have some. You do. Gimme. Gimme. So, what we'll do, I guess, we're going to turn that... And it doesn't need to be a conveyor. I think the only reason I want to use a conveyor is because I'm going to put the gravity generator right there, I think. Yeah. And then we'll simply go around it. And down. And then that will be our collector. Bam. So this guy's going to be pulling stuff around him, or towards him. And we want stuff to go in here. So right now that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Unless stuff happens to be flying from right below. Then as it's traveling towards, it will bump into the collector. Now we could expand this so it's more than 1 collector, and we probably will. For now, let's just keep it kind of simple. Okay, so to offset this, I want to add that linear gravity generator. And I wanted him to kind of double as being for the ship. So, we could put him in the middle, because what I want to have happen is his gravity field is going to end right below this collector. So he's kind of going to be pushing stuff down this way, while this guy's going to be pulling stuff towards him, and the focal point will hopefully end up being right there, if all goes well. So, in that regard, we should put it in the middle of the ship, so that if it extends all the way down to here, then it's not going to go up higher than we really need it to. So it should go up to wherever our top of our ship is. And then we could use that gravity as kind of gravity for our station slash ship as well. So, I would like to put that probably in the middle of the ship somewhere, but for now, I think it's probably in our best interest just to throw one down, and we can move it later when we figure out exactly where we should put it. So, I'm trying to think where it won't be in the way. Maybe I'll just put a block there. I don't think this will be in the way anytime soon. And a block there. Okay, so let's grab Tort Wing. And let's check also on our gravity components. So, production. Are you done? Do you have... what do I want to do? Just cancel that. Let's take him. You are just going to make these 3. Okay? Don't do that. Just do those 3. And then I should probably go through the assemblers and refresh them, or at least take out the cobalt in case one of the assemblers has some and that other guy wants it. So just A1 has cobalt, and that's the one we have making those. So we're still waiting on some. That's unfortunate. That's okay. We'll make do. Gravity. Alright, we'll grab the ones we have. So we have 9. We have enough to make at least one of them. So let's go ahead and do that. Whee! Whoops, wrong way. Alright, let's do the stuff at the bottom first. And I think when I went mining, I might have caused some more ores to be generated. So all the ones that happen to be in here might have despawned. Looks like there's some back there. Oh yeah, they're still there. I have the item count up to 512 at the moment, so we'll see if that is okay. Might run into some performance issues with that. If we do, I might have to lower it. But I have it that way so that hopefully we can capitalize on the amount of time we can have items floating around. So the lower that number is, basically the less ore we can have, or the quicker it has to get picked up before it would despawn. So if we have it higher, that will allow items, I hope, to travel further. Okay. Why don't we just position you right here? Is that enough to get all this? And then we get out. Ah! I gotta stop getting in where we'll get hurt. I want to put a sensor on this guy. And maybe some other stuff. So what we'll probably end up doing is rip out his cockpit. Probably replace some of those extra gyros we had for some other stuff, if need be. Because it would be cool if he had a bit more features. And I think I'll try to throw, if I don't forget, him on the workshop. As well as, I don't know if you guys want Chip, he's pretty basic. I might throw Chip though. And then we'll put Molar on there as well. And I think what I'll end up doing, because these guys are going to evolve as the series evolves, so I think I'll throw them up on the workshop kind of as is, as the episode that they are in. So for instance, we could put Molar like this, capture him, and he should show up as Molar. Should be one of these. There he is. Oh, that just had a Caesar salad. And then I could do Molar, rename, and then whatever episode it happens to be. Is it episode 20? I don't know. But I could do something like that. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. And then as we update the ships throughout the series, I can just provide new blueprints and stuff like that. Oh god, it's already... I forgot to turn off the gravity field. We'll go to Chip. Gravity. Let's turn them both off. Whoopsie. Oh, that should have pulled stuff out of the hole, alright. I always forget to do that. That can lead to disasters. Okay, he's done that spot. Our little spot welder. And what if we do... This is so going to work. Let's turn off his dampeners. There we go. You finish your job, guy. Except he's tilted, so he's going to get too far away. Alright, let's try again. Let's level him off. Nope, wrong way. Try to use the arrow keys for precision. Failed miserably. Okay. Back inside. Dampeners off. Speed him up. There we go. Good job. Work faster. Alright. How are we doing? A1. Oh, he's made 1. Man, that cobalt is really slow. Can we do anything else to help speed that up? Perhaps refineries. I got one of them doing cobalt. The other ones are still doing gold. Do I have... How much cobalt do I have? Is there still some in chip? Most of it's in there. Okay. Why don't I just try doing that? It's only going to move a little bit because of the inventory room, so we'll just steal some from him. And I don't think we're low on gold anymore, so let's prioritize cobalt. Okay, now everything should be making cobalt. Now it's going up. 34, 36, 37, 38. But we got to get to 440. Sad. Okay. While we're doing that, we can make a little bit of a funnel, maybe. To help capture stuff. So we won't rely on the gravity to offset things completely. We'll give it a little bit of a assist. So we could do something as simple as that. Nope, wrong way. Yoink, and yoink. As for video length, guys, I will try to keep them short. I think I'm just failing miserably with my timer. And when I record, like, extra clips, that kind of messes things up sometimes. Sometimes I don't put the timer on, or the timer goes while I'm doing something that I don't want in the video, so then the timer doesn't accurately represent how much I've actually recorded. So there's that. Oops. Tortwing, did you... Yeah, you got caught in something and stopped. Good job. Okay, let's position... Well, let's get you docked back so you can collect those gravities. Oops, let's turn your dampeners back on. So yeah, I will try to do better at tracking my episode length. And the goal is 25 to 30 minutes for this series. But I have been overshooting quite a bit. And it's usually kind of in part because I want to get something done and I don't want to cut it. So I end up recording way too long. So yeah, we'll try to fix that. Okay. Triple Z. How are we doing? Okay, I'll bring you guys back when we have the rest of our gravity components and we can continue with our experiment. We crashed. Lost all the gold I just collected, all the cobalt I just collected. Whoops. Oh wait, nope, I got the gold. I think I'm missing the cobalt. Cobalt? Yeah. Okay, not too bad. Okay, I think we're ready. Everything's in place. We gotta set up the gravity field. So why don't we want to show gravity field range. And I think because we have Chip attached to the station, we can use his antenna. So I think we should be able to see them, theoretically. So we should be able to remote into Chip to gain access to the station. And then the gravity generators I turned off. So if we show on HUD... Does it show on HUD, or do they have to be on as well? Let's see, gravity. I think what I'll do is just turn them all the way down. Not that it really matters, but we definitely don't need them at full bore. This one probably negative, what, 0.3 is it? I think is a good walking one. So that'll push down. But we don't want the fields this big either. So why don't we bring them all down a bit, just so we don't start launching rocks all over the place. Same with you. Radius, we'll start small and expand. And we are going to want him to be pulling towards, so I think that's going to be a negative as well. This one I don't think we have to have too high, though. It just has to be high enough to hopefully move the rocks. If we have it too high and it's pulling rocks from really far away, I think they might just gain too much acceleration and be launched into space. Alright, so will these show up now if I turn on that? They don't. So I might need to build an antenna specifically on the ship, I'm guessing. Because chip is... your antenna's on, right? Because I can see it. Alright, it's not called antenna anymore, it's called chip. Okay. So that does not work. Boo earns. Okay, well let's build an antenna. Crash, 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 crash. Everything is crashing, crashing. Game won't stop, stop, stop crashing. I don't have any motors. Da, 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 da. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, this game does not want me to play. I have crashed so many times. I think I'm back where we need to be. There was a hotfix today, but it doesn't seem to have fixed the crashing issue. Okay, so there's our gravity generator. There's our spherical gravity generator. We can see that our gravity generator has to come down, so I'm going to line that up. I don't know if this little funnel thing's a good idea. It might actually impede things. But let's go take a look at things. We'll worry about the spherical one in a second. Stop my timer so we don't end up with a 70-minute episode. Probably too late. Okay. So we know each block is 2.5 meters, and it has to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 if we want it to push below the rim here. And that's why I think this might be a problem, because then ores won't actually go up high enough to get collected, perhaps. So I'm going to actually just put it down to here. I already lost count. What was that? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 9. Okay, and now I don't remember for the gravities. They're a little different. Like, is this... I can't remember if this is width. I think it's diameter. So for every block, you actually want to add, I think, 5? I don't know if that's true. So if we wanted to go 9, 9 times 5 is 45. Is that right? I don't know. Let's try. That looks like it's probably right. Actually, we can see it. Uh-oh. Does it reach? Oh, yeah, I went way too low. Okay. Actually, why don't we position our sails? Okay, gravity. Should have used the math. So the math should be around there, I think. Maybe a bit lower. It's hard to tell. Yeah, about another half a block. Okay. Gravity down. So let's go... Yeah, we want to 2.5. So 117.5, I think, should take it right to the edge of this block. Looks like it did. Or it's slightly above. Okay. Let's start with that. We'll worry about this thing being in the way here in a second and get rid of it. As far as the gravity for the spherical one, that's just going to be pulling, and we want it to be kind of down where molar is. So for right now, why don't we just boost... Well, let's not get too crazy, or we're going to, like, leech all of our power. Let's try that. Let's actually get outside over here, where we could have maybe a better reference of how far that is penetrating the asteroid. Okay, so we can see it's getting in there pretty good. So let's leave it at that. And this should be pulling right now, actually. It is on. So why don't we, let's take a look down in molar. Do you still have any ores floating? You do. And we can see he's not moving. So let's see what's going on. Gravity. on. Okay, so this might be too low. So let's try bumping it up to, I guess, 1. Oh, there we go. And he's pushing instead of pulling. Whoops. Gravity, spherical. So I want positive, not negative. Yeah. That's really fast. Or that's faster than I kind of want. So it's going to shoot up there, and then it's going to shoot back down. And then eventually it should get... Oh god, here we go. Yeah, see, they're getting, like, launched into orbit. Oh, no. This is not what I wanted. Oh, anyway, let's watch. Okay, let's see if we can lower that a bit, though. Gravity, spherical. So, can we go... We had 0.5 before. Can we go 0.7? Is that going to work? But you can see once stuff gets up into this field pushes it back down. And now they're like bouncing. But we still have this guy who's trying to pull towards. So you kind of get some... We can look on our... on the bottom right corner there where it says gravity. We can see how the fields interact at any given spot. So you can see what anything in here should do. It should try to go down and actually this way. And then once it gets under here, it should go up into there. I'm going to get rid of these because they are, I think, in the way. And then we'll push down while we're grinding that. Gravity. Let's push that down a little bit more. We'll just go to 118. That should bring it down below. Did it? Not really. Let's bring it down a bit more. Gravity. Gen. Let's go 118.5. Because I think these guys will actually still collect from a little bit of a distance. Yeah, it looks like it's being picked up right about this spot. Which looks like maybe a meter. Just about. Oops, don't get rid of that one. So I don't know if it's going to work. And we'll have to toy around with the gravity to get them to cooperate properly. But yeah, hopefully it works. And we can make do with this for the time being. But yeah, you can see this is just causing issues. Don't think it's the way to go. And I guess the issue with this, or the limitation, I guess, is going to be how quickly it is actually picking up stuff. So what I would like to do is actually turn this guy into a ship so that we could position him directly over this hole and just kind of have him sit here. And then we wouldn't have as much problem with stuff being launched into orbit. Alright, I want to see at what level this will start pulling. So currently gravity is at 0.1. Steel plate is not moving. So let's position the steel plate somewhere where you can see it. Right there. Okay. Gravity. Spherical. So let's go 0.2. And we already tried like 0.5, so it probably won't move till after we get to 0.5. Is it moving yet? Nope. It's 0.1 again. Oh, it's moving. 0.4. So let's put it to... I kind of want to leave it at 0.4. If it's moving. Because this stuff will... I mean, it's going to gain... It's got this force applied to it constantly. So it's going to continue to accelerate. So the longer it is under the influence of the gravity, the quicker it will get, basically, I think. The faster it'll accelerate up to. So we can control the likelihood of stuff orbiting away by either the gravity field strength or the distance to which the stuff has to travel. So the faster it's going, I think the more likely it's going to just get launched away. And what we could also have, instead of this linear gravity field, we could have another spherical gravity field that just pulls everything from very far away back towards the ship. And everything should eventually collect under here. Whether it will happen before stuff despawns or not, who knows? Probably not. We could do... we could put this guy lower, or just negate this linear one, and just put a whole bunch of collectors around it, and use that as well, or use them both in conjunction. So instead of just having one collector here, we could have a little, maybe a stick that faces down, with a whole bunch of collectors all over it. So we could essentially just do like that and have collectors all the way around. And do something like that. I don't know. There's options available. We can refine it as we need to. But this, I figured, was the simplest way, or the... not maybe that simple. But without getting too big with a lot of parts. And then we can expand it as we need to. Alright guys, that'll be it for today. This still needs work, but we can see the idea. But seeing all those guys just constantly dance means that it's not working as well as it could. We don't want these guys floating around. We want them to be collected as quickly as possible. But I'm going to let these guys collect because... and then we'll try the experiment again. We'll get Moeller going. We'll get him to kick up some ores. And then we'll see how this thing does from that. So these guys got going pretty quick here from bouncing around. So I kind of want to let them settle again and then see how it behaves. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.